And not just the men, but the women and the children too.
Good morning. Race day. Time is 4:52. First drink of the day. Had a banana and peanut butter sandwich. I look much better now. Drink number 2. Drink number 3. This one I'm just gonna sip. The race about to start. I'm nervous. Real nervous. 3, 2, 1. My first tip is don't let the nerves get to you. Sleep properly. The atmosphere itself will help you get through the race. Mile 5 kilometers in. Pain is at a 1. Feels pretty good so far. It's fun for now. I made the mistake of bringing a light bag and the ropes cut my neck like crazy. If you are properly saturated with carb loading and electrolytes, on the actual marathon they will provide you snacks, water, and Gatorade. So all you need is your running gear, headphones, and phone probably. You can fit all of that in shorts or a actual runner's bag, but don't bring too much like I did. I think I just passed 10th kilometer. My bag is irritating my neck because I'm making a cross with the ropes. But if I don't do it, then it's like bouncing around. I don't know what to do. Just finished mile 7. Time is 9:50 a mile. I'm doing good on my pacing. I need to go to the washroom though. Pain is at 2. Not that painful, just tired right now. This advice was given straight by an Olympian who does marathons on the regular. Basically, if it's your first marathon, do not try to bank time to set a PB, You already know your own pacing, just stick to it, and by the halfway point, if it feels easy, you're most likely to get your PR anyways. But if you rush it, you're forgetting the most important thing, which is a marathon is supposed to be a run, not a sprint. Mile 10 done. I think 16 kilometers. 1 hour 45 minutes. Pain is 4. Left quad cramping. But after walking a bit, should be able to run another 5 kilometers. I have a secret weapon at 21 kilometers. So this tip is based on personal experience. All the races are properly calibrated or they're gonna lose reputation, right? And Strava is inaccurate, especially if you're running in cities, because the GPS signal bounces off buildings. So if you're using that to keep pace, or your watch, or even the pacers themselves, you might screw yourself up mentally. So just focus on 1-2 steps and just keep it going. I just passed 20th kilometer. On my Strava it says 13 miles. I don't know how they're calculating this, but theoretically I should be at the half marathon part. Pain is at an 8. Everything is cramping. After kilometer 16, it's almost as if it's on cue. Started from my calves, then my quads, then my hamstrings, then my ankle. Now my lower back is cramping. Also, I think the 5:30 pacemaker is on crack. He went ahead of the 5. And I think he got it mistaken. Maybe he thinks he's a 4:30. But that guy is a menace. Or maybe I'm just stupid slow. My secret weapon is Tylenol. I'm gonna have to take one. Otherwise, I physically don't think I can finish this. This is brutal. I'm not even tired, that's the thing. I ran 10K without stopping. And I ran from like kilometer 12 to 16 without stopping. But after that, the cramps came in and I just physically can't even run no more. But it is what it is. Let's finish this. This one is my own secret tip, but I've heard elite runners also use it, which is bring painkillers. More than enough to go around. For yourself, definitely don't take too many, but in case you see other people struggling on the course, you can slip them a little something to keep them going, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's banned if you're actually competing or not, but I needed these to finish. Just past 25th kilometer. So 17 kilometers to go. I gotta run for at least two more hours. Although the Tylenol helped a lot. I'm cramping still, like 50-50, but at least I can tolerate it. The pain's down to like a 6. So hopefully we survive another 5 kilometers and then I'm gonna pop another pill, you know what I'm saying? I see Carice, I'm gonna go catch up to her. The next tip is death by 1,000 cuts. A marathon is, as the name suggests, brutally long. So anything small, chafing, rocks, blisters, sunburns, they will eat you alive as the race progresses. So be very careful to be prepared and resolve your small problems, because they will add up, especially for me when I took 6.5 hours to finish. Just past 30 kilometers, pain level 7, but not from cramps. It's from like blisters and rocks in my shoe. Oh, this is brutal. Only 12 more kilometers. I can do it. Carice being in the race and her cousin being there definitely helped me, and I feel like throughout the whole race we motivated each other to at least finish. People in the audience also really helped. If you see familiar faces and the atmosphere is going, it lets you endure the pain to finish, you know what I'm saying? So don't be a loner, look for familiar faces. Hey yo, past 35 kilometers, I'm at 5 hours 10 minutes. I think they got rid of some of the flags, so sometimes I have no idea how far I am, and I'm just praying. But 7 kilometers is doable. I'm setting a new distance record for myself, actually. I think at 37 kilometers, I'm gonna take my final painkiller and just go for it. I shared one with Carice. She said it didn't really make a difference to her, but to me it makes all the difference. But I've taken 3 now, so I might get liver damage in order to finish this race. I can do it. When you are running, try to remember why you are running. For me, it was to prove to myself that I can do it. I have failed this goal in 2023. I wanted to do a marathon, but I never signed up. So this year, my goal was just to finish, and that kept me grounded throughout the race to just keep going. Home stretch, time of finish, probably 6 hours 30. I just noticed my fingers look like hot dogs. I don't know if it's because of the electrolytes or because I'm swinging my arms down every single time. But hopefully it's nothing major. I'm so hungry. Raymond's waiting for me at the finish line. Carice and her cousin passed me. I don't know if they'll wait for me. Probably not. They wanted to run it out the last bit, but I started cramping like crazy. it is what it is. Oh, technically I already finished like a kilometer back according to Strava, but let's finish this. Pick up my bird. Gonna run through the finish line with my bird. Marathons are no joke. I learned this firsthand. The kilometers or the miles just seem to go on forever. The markers help you keep track, but it's just a brutally long race. I mean, it took me 6.5 hours to finish. But be proud in that you are doing something that 0.01% of the population has completed. So push on through. In my opinion, this is the most important tip, which is you gotta remember to have fun and put a smile on your face. If you look back at those clips, every single clip I try to give a smile. Every time someone acknowledged me and cheered me on, I gave a smile even though I was in probably one of the most pain I've ever been in my life. And for me personally, it took a lot to finish. I mean, we can break it down in the pacing when we look at it. Here's my finished. I set a PR every single time. I was so slow, they didn't even track my final time. That's how bad it was. But according to Strava, these are my stats. As you can see, after mile 10, my pacing fell off a cliff. That is because I had cramps everywhere in my body. And they would cramp for like 20-30 minutes straight, but I would push through, and then another wave came, and then another wave. But I finished. That's all that matters, okay? I realized I am not cut out for long distances. After mile 10 or 16 kilometer, my body starts cramping no matter what I do. You saw that I drank like 3 Powerades before the race. I literally took every water, all the carb loading, all of the noon that they offered, but in the end, this just was not my discipline, and that's okay. What matters is I finished, and now I can look back and say that I did this and be part of a very small portion of the general population who has ever done a marathon, and that is something to be very proud of. Would I do it again? No way. That took everything out of me, but it was a very fulfilling and worthwhile experience. It will build you up mentally. Everyone can do a 10K, everyone can do a half marathon, but it takes someone special to do a full marathon. So do not let your worries stop you from taking that step. It will be challenging, you saw it firsthand, but on the other side of it, you can look back and be proud of you as a person who did something that was challenging and took preparation, right? And don't worry about your time, you know? That's kind of like a bonus tip. This is not my discipline. If someone wanted to lift weights, I'm all for it. We can compete in that sense. But for me, this was out of my element, and ultimately, it's just something I can tell a fun story to all my friends and family, right? So have fun, enjoy your marathon. Oh my lord, what mistakes I have made. I caught 3 flights the day after my marathon.
Strap across your chest.
26 minutes.
We ask you to remove it, put it under the seat in front of you, or if it's...
The flight from Vancouver to Seattle was so small, it felt like a private jet. And the flight was like 25% full, so I felt like a VIP, not gonna lie. But I arrived in Washington. I don't think I'll show much of it because there's not that much to be seen here, but it was fun. I went shopping. Had to flex on the camera, of course.